Hey, can you find a interesting chess match from the last 5 or 6 years that has a really good ending game and say like 10 moves or so, and give me a tour of that with commentary?
I found the perfect game. This is the final rapid tiebreak from the 2023 World Chess Championship. Nepomniachtchi versus Ding Liren. Ding was playing black, and this is the game where he became world champion. The endgame is absolutely wild. Let me set it up for you. This is Game 4 of the rapid tiebreak at the 2023 World Chess Championship in Astana, Kazakhstan. Ian Nepomniachtchi has white, Ding Liren has black. The rapid tiebreak is tied at 1.5 points each. If Nepo draws this game, he becomes world champion. But Ding Liren has other plans. What follows is one of the most dramatic endgames in chess history. Nepo checks on e4. He has been offering a draw by repetition, checking the king back and forth. If Ding plays king g8 again, Nepo can repeat with queen d5 check, and the game is drawn, and Nepo becomes world champion. Black king to g8. White queen to d5, check. Ding returns to h7. Nepo checks a third time from e4. This is the critical moment. One more repeat and it is a draw. Nepo becomes champion. The whole chess world holds its breath. White queen to e4, check. Rook g6. Instead of accepting the draw, Ding plays the move Magnus Carlsen called a self-pin for immortality. He blocks the check with his own rook, pinning it against his king. This is a bold and almost reckless decision. Ding is saying, I did not come here to draw. I came here to be world champion. White queen to f5. Ding pushes his c-pawn to c4. A dangerous passed pawn begins its march. The position is still objectively equal, but the practical pressure on Nepo is immense. h4. This is the blunder that changes everything. Nepomniachtchi plays h4, but the only move that held the balance was queen f4, a move so counterintuitive that one grandmaster called it totally not human. From this moment on, Ding has a winning advantage. Queen d3. Ding immediately seizes the initiative. The queen infiltrates with tremendous force, and suddenly White's position is crumbling. White queen to f3. Black rook to f6. White queen to g4. c3. The passed pawn advances to the third rank. It is becoming a monster. Nepo must now deal with threats on multiple fronts. White rook to d1. Black queen to g6. White queen to c8. Black rook to c6. White queen to a8. Black rook to d6. White rook takes on d6. Black queen takes on d6. White queen to e4, check. Black queen to g6. White queen to c4. Black queen to b1, check. White king to h2. Black to a4. White bishop to d4. Black to a3. Queen c7. This is Nepo's second devastating blunder. He had to find bishop takes g7 followed by perpetual check, or the quiet h5 to hold. Instead, this allows Ding to consolidate his advantage decisively. Black queen to g6. White queen to c4. c2. The pawn reaches the second rank. A new queen is almost inevitable. The position is collapsing for white. White bishop to e3. Black bishop to d6. White king to g2. h5. Ding finds the precise move. He creates a second front with his own h-pawn, and Nepo's defenses begin to fall apart completely. White king to f1. Black bishop to e5. White to g4. Black takes on g4. White to h5. Black queen to f5. White queen to d5. g3. Ding's pawns are swarming. The g-pawn joins the attack, cutting off White's king. There is no defense. White to f4. a2. The a-pawn is unstoppable. Nepo's hands are visibly trembling. He knocks over some captured pieces on the table. The dream is slipping away. White queen takes on a2. Bishop takes f4, and Nepo resigns. Ding Liren is the 17th world chess champion. He breaks down in tears at the board, having completed one of the greatest comebacks in championship history. From trailing in both the classical and rapid portions of the match to this immortality. And so ends one of the most dramatic games in World Championship history. Ding Liren's refusal to accept the draw, his self-pin on move 46, and his relentless pressure in the endgame made this an instant classic, a game that will be studied and admired for generations to come.